Hello and welcome back to the second lesson of Module 4. In this lesson, we will explore the requirements of any business, organisation or social enterprise when managing finances. To begin this lesson, we will introduce the importance of keeping records and look at the importance of having a reporting system which improves your operation and works for your enterprise. Throughout this lesson, we will look to understand the fundamentals of creating a budget for your social enterprise and how to keep track of your finances. If you are not confident with numbers, it is important to seek guidance from an accountant or bookkeeper. However, this module aims to increase your simple budgeting skills to ensure success and long-term sustainability of your social enterprise. Financial management of a social enterprise doesn't drastically differ from the financial management of a traditional enterprise. This is also true for the way a social enterprise might create a budget or keep records. By the end of this lesson, you will understand the significance of ensuring a strong financial plan from the beginning and feel much more confident in your ability to manage the finances of your enterprise. As a reminder, at any stage, feel free to pause the video to take notes, rewind to hear information again, or stop the video to complete a learning activity. Let's begin. In this lesson, we will cover 3 topics, each of which has been designed to support your financial learning on the path to becoming a social entrepreneur. This lesson will discuss the importance of keeping financial records before looking at the role of budgets in social enterprises. Finally, this lesson will provide guidance on how to create a budget for your social enterprise. The first topic looks at keeping financial records. Keeping all records relating to your enterprise's finances is important for many reasons. It can help you stay on top of your cash. Keeping records is important for when an audit occurs. Financial and other problems can be foreseen by regular review of the accounting records, and tracking your finances through your records can help you predict changes in finances in the future. Whether you choose to manage your finances or hire an accountant, it is essential that you have the right system for keeping records and managing finances. Along the way, make sure that you are keeping records. Ultimately, you can be audited at any time by the Revenue Commissioners if you are found to be in breach of the law or for no reason at all. Well-kept records provide vital information to the planning and control of the activities of the enterprise. Many enterprises will leave the preparation of final accounts to an accountant. However, the day-to-day bookkeeping system should meet the requirements of the enterprise to provide a useful operating structure. For many enterprises, finding a good accountant to prepare final accounts and advise on financial issues is the first step in setting up your social enterprise. Other enterprises might only require a bookkeeper. Ensuring you bring in the right support for your social enterprise is fundamental. You may also wish to complete the day-to-day bookkeeping yourself. Whichever option you choose, the financial system you use should meet the requirements of the enterprise to provide a useful operating structure. There are many different reporting systems on the market. The systems are designed to make managing your financial records easier. If you are working with an accountant, ask them for advice on a system that best meets the needs of your social enterprise. It is also important to try and use a similar system as the accountant or bookkeeper you use. However, this is not always an option. Some companies, such as Xero, Sage, and Cashflow, are commonly used by small enterprises as financial reporting systems. Before making a purchase or subscribing to a package, trial multiple reporting systems to determine which one works best for you and your social enterprise. If you prefer to manually keep records, ensure you keep cash books for bank accounts, petty cash, salary books if you employ staff, and day books for recording invoices which can be paid at a later date. It can be tricky at first to know what to keep and what not to keep. Sometimes we can be short on filing space or cloud storage, but this is no excuse to get rid of records or not keep them at all in the first place. A good rule of thumb is to keep every record for a minimum of 6 years. In more recent times, businesses and organizations have begun to keep records both as physical copies and as electronic copies. This is a good fail-safe in case of an unexpected accident, such as a flood or a fire. When storing records digitally, you could also store them in the cloud or on a hard drive. Just ensure you keep your password somewhere safe and accessible to you. A financial record explains your financial activities such as transactions and financial position and performance. Here are some examples of financial records you should keep. Your general account books and cash book records, banking records, creditors or debtors records, details of any contracts, details of any grant payments, tax invoices and other relevant tax records, stock records and asset lists or registers, records of expenses, records of payments relating to employees, emails, letters, and other communications about finance. And if you are unsure, keep a file. It is better to have kept it than to not have something important when an auditor pays you a visit. The second topic looks at social enterprises and budgets. Social enterprises trade largely the same as normal companies. They manage budgets and file returns like all other companies. But social enterprises do more. They provide social value. It is important that the cost of that social impact is measured and is recorded financially too. Social impact can happen in many ways, including by donating profits or spending extra time and money on training, for example. This can cost extra. Recording a monetary value will help you with proving your social impact. If the social enterprise spends time, then that is a labour cost, and the value of that time should be recorded at an appropriate rate. The same goes for giving a room for free to a charity or some other donation in kind or expense. If the social enterprise gives a percentage of its profit to a particular cause, it would be good to know this in advance to help with planning. The third topic aims to show you how to create your own budget. Cash flow forecasting is a way of looking at how much cash you have at any point. This is different from profit and loss in that you might make a profit by the end of the year, but do you have enough cash in your bank account as you are trading to get that profit? The cash flow forecast or budget shows the state of the social enterprise's financial position at any particular time. It allows you to record incoming and outgoing money in order to estimate how much money you'll have in the future. It shows ongoing flow and projected flow of finances at any given time. Budgets are often prepared over 3 to 5 years to ensure your social enterprise has profit to sustain the business long term. In the budget, you will accurately update information and break it down into months. You will have columns to show the sales and expenses, and you'll have additional columns for each month like January, February, March, etc. These month columns will have two headings, one for budget, what you expect will be spent, and one for actual, what has actually been spent. In addition, watch out for seasonal changes. For example, if you sell ice cream, these sales will most likely come in the summer, and if you make umbrellas, sales might most likely be in the spring and autumn periods. There might also be a change in heating and lighting, for example, depending on your social enterprise. So far, you have put down what you will need and some of your costs and expenses. Now we'll start to look at how to put these items into the budget. Here we will look at your cash and how we might set up a budget for your social enterprise. Each row of the budget will show the income and expenditure for each month. These columns should contain each month of the year with two headings, one for budget and one for actual. You will need to add all projected costs under the heading budget for each month. As the months go on, you can then add the actual under the heading at the end of each month. Cash flow forecasting templates are available online for free to download, or you can create your own using Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. As a budget is a snapshot of your bank account, imagine that the opening amount of your bank statement is written in as the opening balance. The cash flow forecast is structured monthly, so all of your income and expenditure in that month will come and go in your account. At the end of the month, you will hopefully have an amount of money left. This monthly closing balance will be the money left in your account on the last day of the month. This then becomes the opening balance for the next month. Record all of your transactions during the month and input them into the budget under the actual column. If you had forecasted correctly when you need money, you will be able to compare what you forecasted versus what really happened in that month. Hopefully it goes without saying that although you can absolutely do this by hand, there are many pieces of technology that you can use. The most common is Microsoft Excel. You can download template budgets from anywhere online with a simple search. If you total the columns and rows, you should find that you have made profit or loss at the end of the year. Using your knowledge from this lesson, prepare a budget for your enterprise using the following data. The opening cash on the 1st of January was €150. The income and expenditure is documented on the slide. You can build your own template or use one downloaded from Google by searching for a cash flow forecasting template. Then ask yourself, does your business close the year with a profit, a loss, or just break even? Finally, to conclude this lesson, let's revise what we have discussed. Whether you choose to manage your own finances or hire an accountant, it is essential that you have the right system for keeping records and managing finances. There are many different reporting systems on the market. The systems are designed to make managing your financial records easier. It is important for social enterprises to factor in the cost of social impact into their impact measurement and their financial records. A cash flow forecast or budget allows you to predict incoming and outgoings to estimate how much money you'll have in the future. Looking forward to seeing you again in the next lesson.